Hey guys, what's going on? Ultimus here. Got another arena video for you, this time with some 2v2 action, trying to finish capping out my warrior last minute before the reset on Tuesday. Picked up a Holy Paladin using the group finder and just decided to queue and have some fun. Kind of a intimidating comp, more or less, to play against a rogue and a ret paladin because they actually do synergize well together. One of the few comps that ret pallies synergize together well with, so the burst can get very scary, very real, and very quick. But luckily, Holy Paladins and Warriors synergize pretty well together. Now at this point, as I'm kind of putting pressure on the Paladin early, as you saw, I definitely didn't want to leave my Paladin by himself for too long, because he's mentioned to me that he was slightly undergeared, which I appreciated him letting me know, and it didn't matter too much overall, at least it wasn't too important to me. But that gives me a good idea of knowing, at least getting a feel for how long I can leave my Paladin alone. So, just kind of making sure I stuck close to him as best I could after getting that fight started, because I definitely wanted to get in combat. As you can see, I'm trying to chase this rogue around here, not wanting to go too far from my Paladin. But luckily, when we can keep the targets together like this quite nicely, it really helps out for allowing the arms warrior specialty to shine. That is that cleave damage, being able to pop the sweeping strikes, the whirlwind, the thunderclaps, and everything is just taking damage and getting hit when they are stuck together like that. And at this point, the rogue left his paladin alone, wasn't bothering to CC me, I'm sorry, so that left him pretty open to that kill, and the paladin had no defensives left. That's the nice thing about an arms warrior. If we do have a healer and one that can keep us up while the pressure's going and let us do what we do best, the damage can get very real very quickly. In this case, we have a Fury Warrior and Ret Paladin. Ran into a lot of Ret Paladins queuing with this Paladin. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit strange. It was kind of off-putting for a second. I didn't really quite know what to do with it. But we just both agree that we're gonna just go crazy on the Paladin, as that is definitely the easy kill. Didn't really want to sit just laying into the warrior, not because the ret paladin burst can get kind of gnarly, and that once you get that ret paladin bubble off, it's got nothing left. So again, these guys are standing real close to me real quick here, so that helps a lot. But unfortunately, my paladin said he had to bubble me there for a second after the match we were talking about. He apologized for it, which wasn't a problem. I mean, if he had to keep me alive, he had to keep me alive. It's just always a bummer because it definitely kills your pressure. But luckily, I've got stuff macroed in to get rid of that bubble real quick if I need to. So instead of just messing with the paladin while he's healing up, I don't mind. I'm just kind of taking the opportunity to lay into the warrior. Pop die by the sword right as the paladin bubble laid off, so that was quite convenient, and just managed to swap right over to the paladin. Definitely learning to take advantage of keeping an eye on the Gladius tooltips over there on the side, or at least the icons of what cooldowns each class has left. And that's helping me to line up my CC and my burst a lot better, I'm noticing, which is really cool. So now at this point, again, Paladin has nothing, can't heal himself through it, and just goes down. I always feel kind of scumbaggy playing healer DPS in 2's, but as a warrior, I feel like it's really the only way I'm going to have any consistent success. Hunter, Shadow Priest in this particular comp. Survival Hunters can be kind of scary because they do have superior traps to other classes, or not other classes, I'm sorry, but other hunter specs, so that can get kind of scary, especially if they land their traps. Luckily for us in this case, this hunter isn't exactly good. As you can see, he missed his trap right there on my paladin. I'd probably miss traps too if I was playing hunter, so it's not that big of a deal. And at this point, this priest doesn't have a whole lot left. He's popped a lot to keep himself alive, and I'm going to back him over into this corner right here, and you're going to kind of watch him just start melting away as soon as we pop him out of stealth there. He just, at this point, that is the one thing I can honestly say, after leveling out my Shadow Priest and playing against several of them, I definitely feel for them, because they've got maybe 2 or 3 big defensives, if that, if you could even call them big defensives, and after that they kind of just fold over. And here in this last match for the video, we have an Affliction Warlock and a Frost DK, and that is, as you can see in chat as I'm talking to my buddy over here, it's got me a little concerned. DK still do a ton of damage, and Affliction Warlocks, as you know, are still just as strong as all get out. So the damage here could get really real really quickly. So I decided to start off on the DK, but soon wanted to hop over to the lock if I could. Got Death Grip, which was inevitable. And then at this point, again, luckily they're standing close enough together to where I'm able to kind of keep putting the pressure on pretty hard. Taking a lot of damage, but still not feeling the need to pop too many defensives, except for that rally there. Definitely trying to teach myself which a system of priorities for my defensive cooldowns. Trying to save rally more or less for last, because I know it's not just for me, it's for my friends. Die with a sword or enrage regen might have been better, or just flat out swapping over to defensive stance and just spamming shield absorb. Luckily that lock took that short portal, which allows me to get back over there behind that corner. His drain life isn't going to do much at all, and as you can see right here, he just can't handle the pressure and he starts going down. One thing I will say about being a warrior, it's nice as long as your charges line up, it's really easy to get back on a target. Definitely glad we didn't spend time wasting time just sitting on the DK, or else I'm sure this match would have been very, very different. Letting locks free cast is never a good thing. I feel like them and mages, you just don't want to let them sit there and cast whatever they want. But that's going to do it for this video. So as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.